Hey guys, Ryan here again, RyTek Ryan. Just wanted to show you today our new Humminbird Mega Imaging Jackplate mount. It's got the same similar bottom transducer bracket as our transom mounts that I just released the other day. Few differences though with it. It's actually meant for Jackplate. It's a dedicated bottom transducer mount. It's got some little ears on here with the through holes going through. And then you'll see the upper aluminum adapter plate for the jack plate. Also comes with our grommet system, and then the way to actually through bolt it onto the actual jack plate, and a couple other little bit of hardware pieces. So basically, our jack plate mount is a bit different than most. Because we're actually able to level the transducer after the installation, we don't have to worry about shimming or adjusting for level during installation. A lot of the other jackplate mounts on the market, you have to actually physically figure out ahead of time where your level is going to be for the transducer compared to how it is on water. And then you have to take that into account when you drill the holes or shim it and whatnot. So we don't have to do that with our mount here. So basically, all you're going to land up doing when you go to install is you make sure that the adapter, aluminum adapter, is parallel with the actual transom of your boat. So, you know, if your transom's clocked back on a, it's angled a bit, whichever way, you can install it, make it look nice. Usually recommend it being about a 1/4 inch away from the actual transom, maybe a little bit more, all depends how much room you have. So everything with the actual adapter plate is nice and clean. And then what you'll end up doing, you'll drill your holes through the actual jack plate. You have your choice of using our supplied through bolts that we have, if you have access to the back side of the jack plate to put the nylock nuts on. If you don't, your other option is going to be to actually drill and tap, which is very common with some of the jack plates that you physically can't get in underneath. Either way, both work really well. Some jack plates will actually require a bit of adapter or spacer on the backside just because there's a bit of curve or whatnot in the jack plate. If that is an issue for you, just either call me or message me, email me through the website, and we'll figure out what kind of little bit of a spacer to be able to clear or whatnot, and I'll get that along with the order. It'll be a little bit of an additional charge, but not too much. So typically 2 aluminum spacers either side or whatnot, you're looking at $20, $25 at the absolute most by the time I machine them on the mill and whatnot. So basically, through bolt, this is the little grommet system. So basically, I'm going to pull the grommet out. This gets put up onto the actual through, bolted to the jack plate. You're going to slide your actual transducer cable in through the grommet, the cut grommet. And you're going to slide the cable and the grommet, just like all my other mounts, through there. What that's going to do is basically hold the actual transducer cable nicely, and then you can zip tie it or fasten it however you need up along the actual transom from there on up. But in this area, there's nice and clean. Everything's perfect that way. Remove this for a second. So once you get it bolted up, everything's nice and parallel. You're going to want to just adjust it by eye, the actual transducer, to where you think it's going to be level on the water. You know, you can angle this however you want. You just don't tighten the 3/8 nut all the way. So you can fully adjust it. Just make it tight enough that it doesn't move on the water, but you can easily adjust it. And then what you do, take it out and test things out. You know, you get the absolute perfect images. You basically come back, your arches are nice and straight and even. Then you actually come back and you take our supplied number 10 little bolt and nut washers here. And you can see the whole little hole in the ear there on the lower bracket. You're actually going to make a mark and drill right through the aluminum adapter on the back side. So basically, you're going to basically put the nut and bolt, you're going to slide the bolt actually through and lock the lower transducer mount solidly to the upper bracket so it'll never move again. You don't really have to worry about with the jack plate of hitting anything anyway, but it's not really needed, but it's nice to be able to know that it's solid and never going to move. You know, you're going to a tournament, you got a bump somehow and you were getting everything ready in the morning at the ramp or something. You got in there and bumped it a little bit, and all of a sudden you're struggling all day because your images are off. Just locking it down solid will cure that forever. The other cool thing about our mounts is they're fully reversible. You can run them both ways. You could put the adapter plate on this side. Some people have actually, with our Lowrance Jackplate mounts, have actually mounted the aluminum adapter on the inside of the Jackplate when they had room for it. So that was a really nice clean install, and had the actual transducer more underneath the center of the Jackplate. That worked really, really well, actually. It all depends. So you can possibly mount it 4 different ways if needed, and you can go from there. Height-wise, basically, most guys will run the Jackplate down to a little bit of the angle there. That seems to work really well. So, like I say, I've sold a lot of the Lowrance mounts, and just came out with these here when I was doing all the other Humminbird stuff, and should be really good. So again, that's our Humminbird Jackplate mount. SKU numbers RTH2000. You can jump on the website, just put that into the search bar, or go in through products and transducer mounts and everything. But that's basically it. Nice, simple, easy. Cost-wise is really different, decent compared to some of the other Jackplate mounts out there, and for what you're getting, and the ability to level after installation is a big thing. So if you have any questions, just give me a message, send me a message through the YouTube page here, or message me through Facebook or Instagram, send me an email again through the website, or like always, you can call me anytime. Thanks, guys.